Hey YouTube, this is Prometheus, guys, giving you more than a meta. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you me getting some rage quits against using the Titans playbook. I actually have, I'm going to be switching. I'm going to be going over to the Panthers playbook on defense, and the reason why is that it's got a lot of the same plays in this playbook, a lot of the same formations, but it also has a 4-4 split, which is a really good defense to use against goal line or in situations where you can't give up some cheap yards. So I'll be switching over to the Panthers and actually going ahead and exploring that playbook. I just want to kind of share with you some gameplay of me using the Titans playbook. I'm going to get a bunch of rage quits. This is not top-notch competition. Because obviously these guys, if they get down by a couple scores, they're not going to necessarily, quit so quickly. So one of the things I like to do is always base a line, and I'll also go ahead and do option defense conservative. And one of the primary formations I'll be using is going to be the 3-3-5, and it really depends on whether my opponent can run against it or not. The one thing I don't like about the 3-3-5 penny is that it seems like the defenders will actually get picked up when it comes to run fits, so they usually get a blocker on them, and I will get gashed on the ground with the run with this. So if I got a guy that runs extensively against me and doesn't actually pass, what I'm going to essentially do is I'm going to go ahead and jump into different types of defensive sets, either the 34, stuff like that, just to go ahead and get more defenders down there. And that's where the 4-4 split out of the Panthers playbook is really going to come into it. So he actually goes ahead, does a quick little play right here, snaps it, levels concept, and basically he was looking for the crosser. I was covering it. I was underneath it perfectly, and he basically didn't have anywhere to go with it. Get him into a 3rd and 10 situation. He goes to the tight set. Typically in this type of situation, when I see tight sets like this, I like to use a lot of cover 3 hard flats. He throws right at my user. I'm a little bit slightly out of position. Gets a 4th and inches, and I decided to go ahead and jump into double mug. See how this guy responds to heavy pressure. Double mug. So I like to use the hole, cover 1 hole, and basically blitz the inside linebackers, and the result, he actually goes ahead and gets him in a situation where I get a turnover and downs. Go up by 7 points. So he's back in the tight Y off week. In this type of situation, I do like to go and use hard flats. So right here, I do jump into hard flats. Got guys out there. He doesn't necessarily know where to go with the ball and actually throws up a bad ball. Ramsey's able to come down with a good animation, and I'm able to go ahead and take the ball into the end zone for a touchdown. So I got another series against this guy, but he ends up quitting out against me. I'm able to go ahead and take that down to a victory. So going against another player using the Broncos right here, basically staying with a 3-3-5 defense. He goes into I-form slot. I'm actually taking my one defender and actually put him into a slot defender because I want to get a cornerback in that slot, not a safety, because I want a little bit more speed out there. He goes into a heavy set. So right here, I just kind of shift the line over to the right. I'm using Brooks, and this is the weakness of this penny defense. Is basically it does get affected by the run. Right here, he gets a pretty good fall forward animation. Gets basically 6 yards out of something that should have been maybe 2 or 3 at the most. So now he goes ahead and jumps into just another formation right here where he's got a doubles formation. I just want to kind of get a feel for it. He runs for a couple more yards, gets a 3rd and 2 situation. Now he jumps in the goal line. So this is where I'm looking for the 4-4 split. 4-4 split is a really good defense against goal line. It really clogs up the lanes, clogs up the gaps, and you got linebackers over the top of it. So it's a good defense to go ahead and use against this. And right here actually does just a little fullback dive. He's able to go and pick up a couple of yards right there because I don't have my defenders filling up the A gaps and the B gaps and not linebackers supporting it. So now I decided to go ahead and said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start blitzing you with 3-3 odd or 34 odd. And just go with cover 4 coverage, quarters over the top, and see how he responds. Pressure comes off the edge against him. He doesn't get rid of the ball. He's a little bit late in his release. And that's usually what happens when you do run against these people that would like to run first, and they're actually really run first type people. they really don't have good reads when it comes to basically, passing, for the most part for players like here. So I'm going to go stay in a cover 4 quarters. Defense right here, he goes ahead and jumps into the screen, come out, take out a blocker, and as a result, my one other defender is able to go ahead and get off the edge and get him a situation where we've got a 3rd and 16 out of him. So now he's behind the 8 ball. And I decide to go ahead and do dime defense because he's an empty defense. I like to run cover 2 in these type of situations because a lot of players like to do underneath coverage. So I've got a spy up too just in case he runs out with his quarterback. And my responsibility is to cover the 3 wide receiver. He actually throws it right to me. I get an interception, and as a result, I'm able to go ahead and get the ball back, and I end up scoring against this guy. So that when I do see the empty sets, I like to go ahead and jump into these type of sets. He starts rage quitting. I punt the ball down, get it down to, basically down to the 5-yard line, and he just starts doing delay of games. And he ends up, getting kicked off the game with grievance just because he just takes a bunch of delay of games. So let's go ahead and jump into the next game. This is a better game. We're going against a guy playing with the Philadelphia Eagles, and he was a quick snapper. So he would just get into a play, he would snap the ball. And I was trying to set up, just that blitz, but you could see he quick snapped it. He actually had a 6 blocker out there. I pulled myself off, and I went into the sideline, which was just a bad. I was trying to roll over to where his quarterback was going. So he's got me behind the 8 ball right now. I'm trying to get myself set up. Goes with a nice little off tackle run, and picks up a nice chunky change right there. 9 yards, almost 10 yards on that. No huddles again. I shift my line over to try to protect against that off-tackle run. I go ahead and do QB contain to get some guys out there to protect against the QB taking off. And right here actually throws a little crosser. I was trying to carry against it. I just didn't get the animation to stop that. So gun, spread formation. So basically I'm still staying in this cover 6 defense, I believe, for the most part. Spread the guys out. Go ahead and do QB contain. Does a nice little outside run. Fall forward for a couple yards with that, with the spin animation. That's what you're going to get when you have an elite running back like Barkley. So right here, just setting things up a little bit, trying to push things over. He's got the little crossing routes with slants, just quick snapping the plays. He takes off this quarterback. So now I'm in a situation where, okay, I've got to spy up one guy to basically spy this, and then basically have some type of a contain over here. So I need a spy defender out there. But now he's got trips. So he's got, basically 3 wide receivers right here. I need to drop one of my guys out here to try to prevent any kind of crossing routes, and I'm just going to play the middle of the field. So my adjustment is to take this guy, put this guy into basically a flat, and then spy up this guy, and I need to want to play over the middle of the field. So that's kind of the adjustment I'm going with the defense, but he's quick snapping me, so I've got to get these adjustments in quick, and I haven't played a lot of penny lately. Look at this guy. This guy was in the backfield against him, and he's able to go and cut it up and pick up yards, which should have been it should have been a 2nd and 12, 2nd and 13. I caught him in the backfield, but he got away with one. So now I'm trying to set the defense up once again. I shift the guys over. I should have a spy out there. Spy is out there, and he does go ahead and take off the quarterback. You can see that spy's out there to go and take away his routes. He's looking for the crossing route. He actually throws across the field. That could have been an ugly situation. So this guy was basically, he would just run routes, quick snap, and then essentially go ahead and take off this quarterback. So that's a hard offense to stop unless you're really John on the spot and you're really good with making your adjustments and having something out there. He didn't show a lot of the same plays. He kept on mixing plays up. So this guy offensively is a hard person to stop. So now I go ahead and decide to jump in. It's a 4th and 1 situation. I'm going to go ahead and with a double mug. Basically going to do the blitz, press underneath coverage, and my responsibility is to get this guy out, mug down here, and then play the running back because the running back threat is to the outside. So watch what happens. Once again, he sees what's going on. I've got the blitz set up, but I'm too inside. This guy's out, open. I'm too far inside. I should have went out to the edge, and a result, he's able to go and get a touchdown against me with the quick snap. So the quick snap is tough. It is a very tough thing to do. A lot of players are doing quick snapping because they're not allowing people to go and set things up. I go ahead and stay with the baseline. He's a wing slot offset, And you know, he just caught me off guard in the previous, you know, series, so I'm just doing what I can to go ahead and stop this guy. I think I'm running with basically cover 9 defense, and I'm going to go ahead and motion, go ahead and take Pollard on the backside. He does in a little off run, and able to get a tackle Ramsey on the edge right there. So I'm able to go to get a stop on that. So he goes ahead, no huddles once again. So this is difficult. It's like, this is why you need to have a defensive scheme. You have to have something set up really quick. I'm thinking he was going to go ahead and try to take the shot over the top, so I carried with that. But he got this guy settles down. Does Barkley underneath and actually checks it down. So just very fast reads, very fast completion, you know, read type stuff. Now I go and jump into cover 3 match, and I'm just motioning over. I've got basically a guy out to the flat, and I've got basically 2 crossing routes that I have to cover up. And right here, I just go ahead and match up right here, and I get a nice little block shed, and I actually get the ball in the bag. So now it is a 2nd and 10 situation, and I think what he showed with me was tight formation. I couldn't go ahead and audible into it. It just took too quick because this guy quick snapped. So basically, when I see tight formations, I'm expecting guys to do kind of bench routes, try to go ahead and work the outside, or do mesh, where essentially you got a mesh concept going on the other side. Maybe the wheel, you've got yourself, you know, a stick. So what I like to do is do cover 3 hard flats, take away the underneath stuff, and just force him to play the middle of the field. So I won't go with a press. Right here, he's doing basically, he's got a wheel route. He's got this guy. You can see my flat guy defender actually going down, and he rolls off to the right, and he's not looking to this side of the field. He's got all his action over here, but I think what he's looking for is he's looking for one route and one route only, and this is just a bad play, bad design. He actually throws the ball up like a madman. He's got 4 defenders in the area. I'm able to go ahead and come down with it with my defensive back right there in that type of situation. And basically this guy quits out. Why does he quit out? I don't know. You know what I mean? He basically carved up my defense the first time, makes one mistake just because he was threatened by how effective my offense was out of the West Coast offense. I don't know why he did it, but that's what he did. So, you know, I'm going to show you some more gameplay, some defensive strategies, how I use, but I'm probably going to be switching over to the Panthers playbook because I want to have access to that 4-4 split, which is good against anybody who likes to do a lot of heavy run and have something that can counter goal line defenses. So once again, guys, thank you for your support. If you do like this stuff, go ahead and comment below and let me know what type of defense you guys like to run against anybody that runs a lot of no huddle. So thank you for support, guys. Until next time.